I just want to let you guys know before I get into this video, is Carmelo Anthony a Hall of Famer or not? I was a huge Carmelo fan. Maybe the last 3 years I transitioned into being not so much of a Carmelo Anthony fan. Uh, I don't know what it is. It makes me question: is he a Hall of Famer? To some people, it's probably a ridiculous question, or maybe even to myself as I'm thinking about this video and things. But maybe I just want to talk about how much I am disappointed in Carmelo's career so far. Carmelo coming out of Syracuse, and I think he was one and done in Syracuse. And who did they beat? I know they had like Gary McNamara. Was it Illinois? Was that the year? No, because Illinois did not lose. Was it Kansas? It was Kansas. I'm gonna get off that because that's gonna bother me if I can't remember. I think it was. It wasn't Illinois because Illinois did not lose. Probably was Kansas. Okay, whatever it was. Carmelo coming into the league, his very first year in the league, I thought he should have won Rookie of the Year. I felt like LeBron won it because of popularity. I think the Nuggets even went to the playoffs with Carmelo in his first year. I could be wrong about that, but only one conference finals appearance. And I'm not one of those people that says rings are everything. I'm not one of those people. But playing in big games means something to me. So conference games, even if he goes to the finals and lose, if he plays well, that holds a lot of weight with me. But he's never been there. Now we having talks of a possible trade with Carmelo going to Cleveland. Now it's not done. It doesn't look like what the Knicks had offered is going to be accepted by Cleveland. They was trying to look for a straight up deal with Carmelo and Kevin Love. That's not going to work. And with that being said, Carmelo's a 9-time All-Star. Like I said, hasn't won a ring. He's won 3 gold medals. And if you remember the comments he made in the offseason, this past offseason, that is saying he's not really saying he was satisfied, but he's had a great career. He feels like he's had a great career. He's won some gold medals and things like that. Been an All-Star. I just don't think gold medals hold much weight. With me, at least, it doesn't hold much weight because, you look at the United States, we have the best players in the planet, on Earth. And when you look to a Spain or Argentina or Australia or any of those teams, you take the best players off of Australia, Argentina, and Spain, and you would probably pick the United States starters and reserves before you take one player off of one of those 3 countries, if we're being honest here, right? So I don't think getting gold medals I think it's a big deal. I think it's great, but I don't think you can attach that to your resume and try to stamp in your Hall of Fame pass when your career is done. I just don't think so. So when I look at his career, best pure scorer in the league, being able to take guys off the dribble, 6'8", 235, 240, whatever he is, being able to shoot from all over the place. I just seen, I don't know what it is. I honestly don't know what it is. He wanted to be in New York. They had a great situation out in Denver. The ending started to fall apart, and he wanted to be in New York. And he could have been somewhere else. He probably could have been in Chicago. Probably could have been in Houston, but he wanted to stay in New York. A lot more money in New York. I think was it 126 or 128 million or so. He's getting 24.5 this year. So people are starting to look at it and say, did Melo stay for the money? And I think he did stay for the money. I honestly do. And I think he's pretty comfortable and satisfied with his career. If he was to ever win a ring, if he would ever to go to the finals. And I feel like that's kind of sad with the amount of talent that Carmelo possessed in his lifetime as a baller. Now, I as I'm thinking and just going off the top of my brain about this and whatnot, and the question of the answer to my question, my title, is Carmelo a Hall of Famer? I'm gonna say yes, But as I said in the beginning, this video is really geared towards my frustration and my anger towards Carmelo, because I feel like his career should have been so much more, could have been so much better. He as a player could be so much better, so much more. Maybe not from the offensive end, besides just passing the ball around and, being more than just a isolation guy. But with all that being said, I still think he's a Hall of Famer, and I just wanted to see Carmelo perform in big games. And his career's not over. His career is definitely not over, but it just seemed like he's gotten comfortable, and things like that. He does a lot of great things off the basketball court in the community and things like that. But I think the year the All-Star game was in Brooklyn in Brooklyn in Manhattan or whatever they was doing. I think that year Carmelo Anthony was injured, and he came back just for the All-Star game and was going to shut it down afterwards, or he was hurt all season and then wanted to play for the All-Star. Whatever way it was, it just seemed really weird. It just seemed really, really weird. But that's my thoughts on Carmelo Anthony. He's a Hall of Famer, but extremely, extremely frustrated with how his career has gone so far. Now, him going to the Cavs, if the deal does work, if New York is able to give something of value that would change Cleveland's mind and change LeBron James' mind, I don't know what the price is for that, but I'm gonna say, let's say Kevin Love is off the team. Let's say Iman Shumpert is off the team. Who else would have to be off the team? Iman Shumpert, Love. I don't think Tristan Thompson could go. Let's say Love and Iman Shumpert's off the team. Could a LeBron, Kyrie Irving, and Tristan Thompson, could it really work? When you see Carmelo on these United States teams he plays, that's the best Carmelo Anthony we've seen, despite all the talent is around. But I don't really know if it really works. I don't know if Carmelo could be a Klay Thompson, where he becomes a standstill shooter and things like that, and being able to work off of one or two other guys running the offense. I don't know if that really works. I don't know if Carmelo can change his game this far in his career. But to answer my own question, Carmelo's a Hall of Famer. Just very frustrated with his career, how his career has gone so far, and how it looked like it's gonna go, because I don't really see any change. Even if a Cleveland move would happen, I don't see any change. So guys, get in the comment section, let me know your thoughts. Is Carmelo Anthony a Hall of Famer to you? Are you frustrated with how his career has gone like I am? Do you think his career has gone perfect? Just get in the comment section, let me know your thoughts. And if you're new here, like, share, subscribe, check the playlist for other sports content and movie reviews. And until the next video, I'm out.